What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Jiu-Jitsu Journal by Quotes and Chokes Instructionals. I'm Nick Angeloni. With me as always is Angelo Rivera. Today we're going to show you 3 setups for the guillotines, as well as a couple tips that are going to help you get better at finishing your guillotines. Okay, so for this first move, we're here in this front headlock position. I'm going to set up an arm-in guillotine. Okay, so we're going to go over the setup, and then I'm also going to show you a little tip that will help you finish the choke. Alright, so to set it up, I like to just kind of let this leg float up high where he thinks like he could grab it and finish a single leg. Okay, so he'll reach around and look for that leg. Okay, as soon as he does, because I don't want him to start to circle around, okay, as soon as he does, I'm going to bring my elbow over his arm and I'm going to pinch it and elevate it. Okay, you can grab if you want. It's not really going to help because you're going to have to go to lock your hands here in a second. So I'll just pinch it. He's grabbing my arm. I'll pinch it and elevate. Okay. Once I lock my hands, look, so I'm grabbing his chin, then this hand is grabbing over my hand, okay? And I'm gonna keep this nice and tight, and I'm gonna sit to my side, okay? It's very important that I'm on my side. Now look, when you wanna finish an arm-in guillotine, a lot of times people have trouble with this. And the reason is when his arm is down, when I go to squeeze this, I run into his armpit before I run into his throat, okay? So all I'm doing is squeezing his armpit. So what I wanna do is, I have this elbow pinch. I want to use this and keep pulling this upward. Okay, so I can use this pinch, pull it up, exposing his throat in here. See that? Okay, so I can have my grip. Once his elbow's up high, I'm just gonna push myself into the throat. Okay, this leg is also usually gonna be over to prevent from rolling. Okay. Another thing you can do is once you get this high, if I can't get a good squeeze, right? I'm collapsing my shoulder on the back of his neck. I'm driving my hand up into his throat and that's how I'm squeezing. If he's a real tough guy, he's hanging on, check this out, okay? I'm gonna take my gripping hand and I'm gonna go to my fingertips, like this, okay? My fingertips are gonna push my hand up. And what that's gonna do is just give me an extra 2-3 inches of squeezing space. So here, this is the end of my squeeze, but as far as I get, I can actually get the finish. But if I can't, I can take my fingertips and give myself an extra 3 inches up into his throat there. Okay, so for this next setup, we're gonna start from the back, okay? So either I have one hook in or I have both hooks in. You can hit this from that situation. We're gonna go back to having one hook in. So if you're already there, that's fine. If you have two, this is kind of like a plan B option when you can't get the choke. Okay, so I'm in here, I'm looking for the choke, and he's been defending. I'm gonna look to kind of change things up on him and attack something that he's not expecting. What I want to do is, I'm gonna take my choking hand and put it on the opposite side here. Okay, he's gonna feel safe. In fact, a lot of times guys will grab your hand and bring it to that side. Okay, this is a common defense. From here, I can't get that rear naked choke anymore. So he's gonna feel safe for a moment. What I want to do is, I'm gonna bury that hand deep, and I'm gonna take this far side hook out. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. And as I'm falling off, this hand here is gonna dive in, and I'm locking my hands together as I fall off here, okay? I need to keep this arm trapped inside. Now look, this goes over the top to keep him from rolling, and there's 2 ways I can finish. I can either extend and drive my forearm up into his throat, or I can pull this way, squeezing his neck against his shoulder. One's gonna be a blood choke, one's gonna be a trachea choke, so you can play with both. So one more time. I'll do this time from just one hook. So let's say I have one hook in. I've been trying to get my other hook in and I can't get it. Okay. So I'm gonna take my choke hand, bring it to the other side, and I'm gonna fall off as my underhook hand comes around and locks together. Okay. I'm squeezing this way because I want to keep all this nice and tight and in here. When this comes out, I'm looking for something different, okay? So, I fell off, it's tight, and I like to just extend and drive my forearm up into his neck. Okay, so for this move, we're gonna start from the front headlock position. And I've got a hand on his chin and I've got a hand on his tricep. So I'm gonna set up a guillotine, but the problem is a lot of people, as soon as you get here, they're gonna start fighting hands because they're worried about the guillotine. Now a lot of times, because they're so committed to fighting the choke, it becomes easier to get around the back. But today we're gonna look at how to deal with the hands in order to get the choke. All right, so he's fighting my hands here. I can't get on his chin deep enough. So what I need to do is preoccupy his hands with something else. All right, so I'm basically gonna try to slam his face on the mat here. So his hands are gonna be obligated to catch himself, okay? So what I'm gonna do is create some space, come back, and I'm just gonna give him a nice snap, okay? Now you notice when I snapped him, right, he's coming forward, and I also brought my legs back with me, okay? I don't wanna like snap him and throw him into a takedown, okay? So let's scoot back just a couple inches, right? So first, I'm gonna snap him, get his hands to the mat, and as soon as I do, the tricep hand is gonna go, to my own hand and grab right over the meat of my hand here. This notch in my thumb is gonna go into his throat, okay? So I'm holding his chin, I'm holding his tricep, I snap him, get his hands to the mat and grab him, okay? So the main thing I need before I sit to this guard, okay, what I don't wanna do is sit down and have him come on top of me and then not get this choke, and now I just gave up possibly points depending on how the situation started. Okay, so I wanna snap and get to the choke, and before I sit, I need this elbow in front of his collarbone, okay? Because the basic guillotine defense is for him to bring this arm up over my shoulder, right? And stop me from putting pressure into his neck. So when I get the grip, the elbow comes up and over his back. So now he tries to bring the arm over the shoulder, it's blocked here, okay? Icing on the cake is when I sit down for the guard, I wanna sit to my side, and I'll bring my leg over that shoulder as well. I don't need it, but it helps. From here till let me give him some space. Right away, this is already tight. So look, what I want to do for this squeeze is keep my shoulder covering his neck. The less of his head I see, the better. Okay, the next thing is, because my elbow's high, instead of squeezing, I'm gonna take my forearm and just drive this right up through his neck, okay? So I'm in here, this is high, this is up, I just lift it straight up. And it's a really fast tap. So from the top, I'm here, he's fighting my hands, I'm gonna preoccupy his hands, and I'm gonna lock this up, okay? I'm gripping the meat of my hand, the blade of my forearm is in his trachea. This I like to be on the side, this leg is up over the top, okay? Just bring this elbow high and lift it straight up. You get a fast tap. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you want to see more techniques coming up, hit the subscribe button right there. You can also check out the techniques we've done in the past right here. Thanks guys.